Police have arrested the second officer, reporting he was asleep when the ship ran aground. This is from the Maritime Executive, and it was published on the 23rd of May, 2025. The local police in Norway report that they have arrested the second officer of the feeder ship that grounded on Thursday morning, nearly hitting a house along a fjord. The police said that the second officer, who was alone on the bridge of the NCL Sultan, admitted during questioning that he had fallen asleep while navigating the vessel. The individual is being identified as a Ukrainian citizen in his 30s who was on watch at the time of the incident. He has been charged under Norwegian law for negligent navigation, with the police stating that the law requires a ship to be navigated in such a way that there is no danger to life and health, the environment, or material assets. AIS signals tracking the vessel show that it entered the fjord normally, with unconfirmed information that it was traveling at 16 knots. However, at the appointed spot where the vessel should have made a turn to the starboard, it proceeded straight and ran aground just after 5 a.m. on Thursday morning. The police report the investigation is proceeding, looking at additional issues including whether the vessel was adhering to the work rest requirements for the crew. The captain of the vessel, as part of the standard procedure in the investigation, has also been listed as a suspect in the case. On Friday, parts of the crew on board were interviewed. The focus of the investigation is to establish the sequence of events and determine how this incident could occur, as well as assess whether the bridge was manned in accordance with applicable regulations. The police reported yesterday that they had taken control of documents from the vessel and its log for review. The Norwegian Coastal Administration is also being kept appraised of the investigation, while it is also responsible for monitoring the vessel and the salvage efforts. Efforts to refloat the 443-foot container ship were unsuccessful on Thursday, with the Norwegian Coastal Authority reporting that geotechnical investigations had been ordered after media reported that there was a landslide along the coastline possibly linked to the grounding. One house was reportedly also ordered evacuated. Media reports are quoting the Norwegian Coastal Administration on Friday, saying that its survey had also found damage to the vessel's forecastle and some ballast tanks. They are saying that the damage is not too severe, that it will make rescue more difficult, but all factors need to be accounted for in the plan. Also, the damaged tanks are only filled with seawater, so there's no immediate threat of pollution, but the administration has a pollution control vessel standing by near the site. The shipping company is responsible for arranging the salvage, but the administration will review the plan. It is noting that it can ask the shipping company for additional measures as necessary to ensure preparedness to prevent pollution or damage. The administration expects the planning to require some time, and it would review the information. No timeline has been offered for when the vessel will be refloated. So things might be a little bit more difficult than originally planned. There is damage to the ship, nothing too severe apparently. She can be refloated, but she caused a landslide. And the one house, it has to be the house that's 6 feet from the bow of the vessel that had to be evacuated. That's very unfortunate for whoever lives in the house, but I guess they're pretty lucky that they didn't get ran down in their sleep. I said in the first video on this that my guest was asleep at the wheel, and apparently a guy was asleep at the wheel, which is very unfortunate, but very common in these type of events, unfortunately. It's going to be interesting just to see how long the salvage is going to take to get this thing out of there. It's summertime, so the weather should not be a huge issue, but you wouldn't want a big storm to go through the area with her sitting there, that's for sure. It would not be good for the bottom of this vessel. All right, guys, there it is. As always, thanks for watching. If you're new here and you like these kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you on the next one.